So this is going to be a really short little video, and we're going to have a look at using the Pack and Go command inside of Solidworks. So in this instance, what the Pack and Go command is going to allow us to do is save out a copy of this multi-sheet drawing. So you can see we've got quite a few different sheets in this drawing. Now the top level of this drawing is of an assembly, so obviously that assembly will have some component parts in there. It may have some sub-assemblies as well, and if you are hoping to transfer this drawing document onto another workstation, then you're going to need to save, along with the drawings file, the assembly file, any sub-assemblies, and all the part documents as well, because otherwise when you try and open the drawings file on the other machine, if you haven't saved all the reference documents, so all those sub-assemblies, the top level assembly and the part files, the other user that's trying to open that drawing will just get empty views, so they won't actually be able to see any of the drawing views in here. They'll just get the boundary box here highlighted in orange, and it will be empty, and they'll probably get an error message saying cannot find reference documents. So yeah, you've got to make sure that if you're transferring it either to a colleague or to a different system, you save all those reference documents. Luckily, the Pack and Go tool inside of Solidworks makes that a lot easier, and it makes it a lot less prone to mistakes by the user. So when you've got your drawings document open, if you go to the File menu and then go down to Pack and Go, and then if you're emailing these, it's often a good idea to zip all these documents up in a zip file. It simplifies the emailing or sharing process if you're sharing it on a web-based sharing platform. Then yeah, it's often more convenient to zip them. You don't have to zip them, you can save all these files into a specific folder and then do with them whatever you need to do, but I think we'll zip these particular ones. So you can see, you can choose a folder. It doesn't have to be the same folder that the files are currently saved in. You can pick a specific folder. I'm just going to save them in the folder where the files themselves are actually located in. Just for ease in this particular example. I don't want to mess around with the zip file name, but I could. That's an option that I can do. And the top level here, as you can see, is this multi-page assembly drawing, and then some of the reference documents are that top level assembly. There's a sub-assembly in here called treads. There's some part files at the top level there, just underneath the top level assembly. There's some part files in these sub-assemblies as well. But basically, whatever's got a tick in the box on the left hand side here will be included in that zip file. So by default, it includes all the items that are required to make this assembly drawing open properly on another system. So if we just click on save there, it's got include drawings ticked there. That would gather together any part drawings. If I had any specific part drawings or sub-assembly drawings, they would be included. In this particular example, I don't have that. I just have this one top level drawing which has got multiple sheets that cover all these parts. So we'll click on save. And then what I'll do is I'll navigate to the location that these are stored in. So let's bring that onto screen when that zip file's been created. So here it is. So this was the folder that we saved all those files into within the zip. There's the zip itself. And then if I want to transfer that onto another system, it would be as simple as just including it in an email or uploading it to some sharing platform and sending the other person a link to the actual zip file. So what I've done here is actually browsed into that zip file. So I've got that zip file open up in my archiving software, and that's just to double check that the files that I think should be included with that drawings file are actually there. And you can see there's the top level assembly, the sub-assembly, and then all the part files that are required as well. So that's just one final check that the system actually did what we expected it to do. So yeah, that's the pack and go command, more or less. Quite useful if you're sharing files with users that are using an installation of Solidworks on a separate system to your own.